I now call on Deputies Maureen O'Sullivan and Finny McGrath. 2.5 minutes. One Deputy Sullivan.
Tommy Dandwick, Fishkawil, Shiakana Gwyn and you, Agus Bawaila Mahanthas a Hurt, or Gakaini a Glock Part. There is no doubt that the North is a very different place today because of the peace process and the Good Friday Agreement. And first I want to remember those who lost their lives, those who gave their lives, the many, many who suffered, those who compromised and their readiness to engage in the process, and the roles of leaders like Bertie Ahern and Tony Blair and Mo Molam, those who worked behind the scenes, and the leaders and communities on both nationalist and unionist sides. I'm a member of the Foreign Affairs Committee, and there's no doubt that when we meet people from conflict areas, they take great heart from what happened with the peace process in the North, that after generations of bloodshed and bitterness and deep division, peace could be achieved. No one wants to see that peace being undermined, but it is, because the point has to be made that lasting peace cannot be achieved without justice. And at the moment, justice is being undermined in the North. And I too have brought up the question about the prisoners in Maghaberry as priority questions, as topical issues, and with a group from the Dail we have visited the prisoners on several occasions. Their human rights are being abused. I'm not talking about their political views, but their human rights. How could a dirty protest go on for 18 months, nobody make a blind bit of difference to them? And the agreement that was reached is not being implemented in the prison, we have been told. Marion Price, how could a royal prerogative of mercy that got such massive coverage when it was given be suddenly lost? And this woman now, the only female who is held in isolation in a male jail against her human rights, her treatment, her medical treatment left an awful lot to be desired, all abuses of her human rights. And her fate now with the parole commissioners, a hearing that keeps being put back again and again. She's now held 2 years on the basis of allegations. Equally disturbing is the case of Martin Corey, in jail now 3 years, licence revoked, also on the basis of allegations. He had a judicial review, the judge was releasing him. The Secretary of State stopped that. He has been long overdue a parole review, and it's not now going to happen until sometime in July. This is internment without trial. And in a democracy, due process should be followed. Bring a charge, bring the person into court and let them have their say in court, and then if there is a conviction, then there can be an appeal and they serve their time. So-called evidence is being produced, but evidence will be closed. So how can the barristers and solicitors go into this case with they're almost like going in blindfolded? Those others who are out on licence, it's like a Damocles sword on them. We've had the Birmingham 6, we've had the Guildford Ford, we now have a Craigavon 2. Again, 2 men held on a series of allegations. Very, very dubious circumstantial evidence, and there's serious issues involving the PSNI and covert surveillance of civilians. These injustices are putting the peace process in jeopardy, and they are destabilising it. I mean, do we never learn from history? Are we trying to create more martyrs and fill the ranks of dissident groups? I believe in democracy, and I believe in the democratic right of people to a fair trial, and that is being denied people in the North. These people are being held on these very dubious allegations. They're not the problem, they're part of the solution if it was being addressed correctly and in a fair way.